Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm very excited. I have to eat crow now. For that crow.
What crow?
Taylor Swift. I mean, is she a crow? I mean, I feel like she could play a crow in a movie.
Yeah.
I feel like if you got a musical Pixar movie about crows doing crow, business. What do the crows do? They eat corpses? Or is that buzzards?
That's birds of
prey.
Well, no, the prey eats live things.
They're what do they call those things? Parasites. No, not parasites. Scavengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crows are scavenge.
I think they scavenge enough. Yeah, they're smaller though, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the buzzards are the big ones. I mean, technically, if I was Taylor Swift's agents, I would say I'd rather see if they came with the offer sheet from Michael Eisner's Pixar, whatever it's called, Steve Jobs' Pixar. Who made Pixar? Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
After he released his stupid Lisa computer and didn't fucking take care of his daughter. Hey, name a computer after you. Here's no money. I think she got some money. Whatever. Point is, he made some fish movie, and then he's like, you can live in my house now. 20 years later. Point is,
I'm pretty sure she's played a crow professionally at some point.
Talking about Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying if the offer she came in from Pixar, I would say, like, Taylor, this is not bad. We wanted a Pixar thing for you for a while. I'd rather see you as a buzzard, if I'm being honest. Or perhaps some kind of angry giraffe. I guess that would be a cute movie. That would win me over if she played some really cute giraffe whose mother died, or whatever whole family like Lion King, But we do the mother because this time the mother's in giraffes the mother is the queen,
right,
or the king,
and maybe she has a short pudgy neck.
Yeah,
and that's what she has to overcome.
Right,
nobody accepts her because of her awful neck, and
she'll like that kind of because I don't think she has like a disgusting neck, Taylor Swift, but it is big. It's bigger than some people have.
You think Taylor Swift's neck is bigger than average?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
I'll take your word for it. Yeah, she's got a big neck.
I'm not saying she's scared, but I'm an adult. I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna be scared by a woman. But if she was maybe on bath salts, I'd be freaked out. I go, oh, don't, it's the kind of thing that makes you never do bath salts, right? Like Train Spotting. I saw that as a kid, and that movie was just so out there and it looked like a lot of fun, but also very dangerous. And I was kind of a pussy, so I was like, I don't want to do heroin. And if I saw Taylor Swift as a bath salt girl, that neck would just be, oh, she's got that bath salt neck.
I feel like you're the only person who saw Train Spotting and thought, wow, this makes doing heroin look really fun. No,
I mean they seemed like they were just good friends. I mean, not at the end. At the end, they were like they became annoying friends. I know what that's like. They were they would kind of just sabotage him and and come live in his house. Mm-hmm. But for a while, they were just buddies and they would scam the government together, or whatever that thing was. Where we're doing speed and talking about leisure. Doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I was a little lonely, and I thought maybe I wish I was a junkie who didn't take heroin. Was that a fantasy I had? That I would just I could hang out with a bunch of drug addicts, and they wouldn't judge me. Probably they would think I was a cop.
Right.
No, I just want friends. Why doesn't? I guess that's kind of the premise of the joke that got me booed off stage in New Jersey years ago. But yeah, why can't why don't cops just? There's a movie, the whole thing of oh, if you're a cop, you can't, cops can't do drugs or do these drugs. It was a cliche thing for an undercover cop in the movie, and I would just say, I was lonely. You want me to do something I don't want to do? What if I throw up? I should make a movie where I'm a cop. I'm investigating Travis Kelce for importing sealskin coats. What do you call it? A poacher. That guy's just. Look, the reason I have to eat crow is because they won the Super Bowl finally.
Right.
We watched that Super Bowl.
Well, of course they did. It was staged.
People say that?
Yeah.
Oh, because of Taylor Swift, right?
I'm not sure how they think. Celebrities have been telling people, because I guess the theory is that they're pumping Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift
Full of bath salts.
full of bath salts and cum, and then they're gonna and then the Chiefs they're gonna rig it so that the Chiefs won the that's his team, right? The Chiefs.
Yes.
So the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
The chefs.
And then Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are gonna tell people to vote for Biden. And I could maybe buy it, except for that, like they've tried major celebrities telling people how to vote before. It's like it either, I guess maybe sometimes it works out, sometimes it really doesn't.
Yeah, I mean it does. I don't know that. I mean, I know like De Niro would be on stage. I forget if it was for Hillary or Obama, doing his little waving his head. Vote for this woman. I don't know what he said. I mean, Hillary Clinton. That's what he's De Niro. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just moving my head in a certain way.
I don't think it even occurred to me in that moment that you were really trying to do an impression. Right. Like, but yeah, okay, that's the Robert De Niro impression.
I can't imagine it didn't. Look, point is they collect money. Here's the thing people don't get. I don't think that celebrities were meant to for like you and your plumber friends. And by the way, I'm not saying I look up to your plumber. I make a lot more money if I was a plumber. No, I'm gonna be a bad plumber. But if I was good at it. But I'm just saying, I'm not part of this. What we're describing, all right? I'm not. Just to be clear, I don't want to have to keep explaining this, and no one's asking me to. I'm just a maniac. That I'm not an upper crust who's like giving you a peek on the inside. I'm one of those. I mean, I'm the guy who's in the bar who's getting cut off, like in the Middle Ages, and they cut me. Shut up! No one wants to hear you play. You loot. And I'm just like, the king might be trans. He's like, what? I don't know. Dude, you're not even good at this. How would you be a plumber? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The point is, but I think the point of De Niro, for instance, those got beat. I don't think they like, hey, vote. It's for like having these get-togethers with rich people. So the rich people come because the one thing you can't always buy is De Niro. You can make a lot of money selling condoms or knockoff import condoms or condoms for dildos and all sorts of stuff that it's America. There's a million ways to slice the apple. And you just get yours and scam people and you can make money. You can be a crude scumbag. But you could be a 100 millionaire. But Matt Damon still won't talk to you. But if you show up and you eat some foie gras with Obama and his wife and his butler, who's no longer with us, or was it chef?
It's just chef.
His chef,
personal chef.
You let Obama's chef make you a sea bass, and you give him whatever $1 million. The
new chef.
$5 million. Now you're talking to Matt Damon. Now it's not. I think Matt Damon's more. He's less liberal than that. He's not I don't think he's one of those shills. Matt Damon. Yeah. He's always in those videos on YouTube, conservative, secretly conservative. Whatchamacallit, celebrities.
Oh yeah, even though I feel like he's clearly liberal.
I'm pretty sure he's liberal, but he whenever people on Project Greenlight would be like, we want diversity. He's like, that's not how you do it. Yeah. He really, I'm not saying it's wrong, but he really doesn't go for let people, don't tell people how, white people can't fix racism or whatever it's called. I don't know. He doesn't believe that. He's like, no, you do that in the casting, not who does the craft services. He's very mad about it.
I remember seeing some video with Matt Damon in it where some guy, it's not even really clear what's happening or why they're arguing, but some guy is he said something about teachers or something. Right,
and his mom's a teacher, so he's just a rat to defend his mom. It's like my mom's a teacher. We get it. So you're completely biased here.
Right.
And you're just persuasive because you're a good actor. We don't think we don't think of you as Matt as the Jason Bourne and the Goodwill Boy. Right? I'd be saying this to him. So don't. Oh, your mom's a teacher. Too bad your mom's not a prostitute. Else they might get some help. Now I actually do see. I don't trust any of them, but Matt Damon is one who I feel like that's why he's good because I would like to hang out with Matt Damon. It would go poorly, but like emotionally, I feel that. Like, we would. I would want to be friends. I don't really want to be friends with him. But I get the seed of that. I don't get his seed. I get the seed of that.
Right.
And like, that's why he should be like, using his famousness to sell like something. Like a grill. Or like, fentanyl.
Right. Or bullets.
Right. Oh my God.
Imagine Matt Damon selling bullets.
Celebrity bullets. Wow. That's not bad. I mean, that was usually, because honestly, like, and I don't know that Ted Nugent never did it, for instance. It's got to be a lot to make your own ammo. It's one of those businesses where, I mean, you think it's hard to make like your own, barbecue salad dressing or whatever.
Yeah.
It is a pain in the ass to make any kind of food service. All the regulations they have. Bullets, though. I mean, no, I could be wrong. This could be the kind of thing where you go, no, you would hope that, but no, it's America. There's no regulation. There probably is, though.
I mean, I think they probably have to work. I mean, unless you would just sell them as kind of novelty decorative bullets.
But the problem is, well, yeah, but do they we can't do a on the wink here. They either have gunpowder or they don't.
Right.
It's either a whole. I mean, I believe the shipping of them, all the logistics of making bullets would be expensive and very hard to get into for us.
One of my aunts has a lamp.
Yeah.
The base of which is made out of bullets.
We can sell some of those first. That's a good start.
Imagine something like that, like a I don't know, an ashtray or something. An ashtray that's decorated with Matt Damon bullets.
I would love, by the way, just to have a lamp that when I turn it on, it kills myself. Like in the middle of a fight, it's like, it's like the last word, huh? Well, let me turn on the lights. Is that a thing? Let me turn on the lights. Is that a rap song or something? I don't know. I thought I was doing a.
I'm gonna turn on the lights so that I can turn out my lights or something. I
wouldn't say it like that. I'm better. I'm more panache.
Okay.
Than you. My suicide lines are way better.
What would you say?
Let there be light. Golden.
A light that kills you.
That was so off the couch. You can tell I didn't even try to like put a spin on it. What that be like? Like that is bad. You gotta admit, you tried to get me, even though and then I got you. I want you to admit how good that was. How much of a good suicide line that was.
Having a light that when you turn it on it kills you would be so dangerous.
Imagine Matt Damon.
I feel like
imagine like oh god.
Sorry, no, you're right.
Who's the person who would do this? I would interview like Matt Damon about like a long interview. Yeah. Larry King's gone, right?
What's his name? I almost called
Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper's having a long, special interview with Matt Damon. And he goes, what keeps you from getting down when maybe a project doesn't work out? You don't. Yeah, not every movie you do is a hit anymore. Anderson. I have a house, much like you live in an abandoned firehouse. Well, I don't live there anymore. I was like, whatever. I live in a house. That house is a room with a lamp in it. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. Is it like an antique lamp? When I turn that lamp on, 15 bullets go right in my brain. Kills me dead. I can turn it on at any second when I'm home. And knowing that, it's just nice. I just like that. And when you have something you like, you work better.
Every house should have some kind of doomsday device.
Yeah.
Embedded in it.
The problem is, like Matt Damon's strong enough to only fantasize about using it. Most people would just use it. In a boring way.
Yeah.
They were like, I'll dump a pot. If I had a lamp of bullets that day, I dumped a whole pot of boiling water in my hand when I was making pasta, I would have done it. Fuck this. This is gonna be all Bernie now for like a week. It's gonna be Sting. Go to hell.
Imagine how mad it would make, because nothing really works. Things don't work very well in this country anymore.
Sure.
With products and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine how mad you would be if you pulled if you activated your suicide lamp and it didn't work.
God damn. Who made this? This is the NYPD. Oh. Yeah, no, I'd be upset. I mean, what would you? I mean,
that has to be frustrating.
Sure, it probably just paralyze you. Yeah, that's the problem. It goes right in your like upper neck, in your gizzard.
Where do you imagine them coming from? Like, do you imagine them coming up out of the lamp, or do you imagine them that like it triggers some mechanism and they come?
I know they're coming out of the lamp, but I don't know how it works. I mean, I'm not designing guns for, like all day. Have you ever seen me drawing like? Besides ones that go on my hand, but like actual. You ever seen me tell you? Have I ever told you about my engineering degree? No, I don't have one. I don't know how to make these things, and no one helps me. Anyway, I forget we got on it, but Travis Kelce. I got him and that. I don't know the quarterback's name, but he did pretty good too. I'm being facetious.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. They won. I mean, whatever. We're obviously not a Super Bowl podcast.
It would be really impractical to just have a Super Bowl podcast.
Yeah, but also very but you make all your money in one day. The rest of the year is a loss. It's like a Halloween store. Why do you have a Halloween store? In reality is they don't even pay for it. What is in the Halloween? Why is there always an abandoned store? Would that work in like not broken America? Like when we were on the come up, could you have a Halloween store just show up out of nowhere and be gone in a week?
I feel like I remember the kind of things like that.
Well, you grew up in kind of broken America. But I mean, like, what was it good in the 50s, the 60s? There was a time when it'd be like, there wouldn't be retail space available for, some transient Halloween man.
People would just make their costumes.
It's a good point. They weren't as lazy and commercial. They would just dress. They would use their clan outfits.
People would, yeah. Yeah, a woman would just alter her husband's clan outfit and make a cute little ghost costume.
Why you every year I make you a cute costume, you always wear your clan outfit. Honey, when you learn to sew as good as this, I'll start wearing your costumes. Until then, happy Halloween. Anyway, but I was surprised. I mean, to see is Kelce running for president?
I don't.
He gave us his speech reminded me. He gave a speech after the Super Bowl. It kind of reminded me of Obama when he had that speech at the the 04 convention or whatever, or 06.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of put everyone on notice, like, this guy, he's coming for the big spot. Do we have a copy? Do we have this?
Yeah, we do.
Cheese Kingdom!
Make it bigger.
Y'all hear this? We've been fighting for all right all day. How about a little Viva Las Vegas?
What the?
Viva Las Vegas!
Oh my God.
Viva Las Vegas!
Go back 10 seconds. It was a little low. I want to make sure you can hear.
Viva Las Vegas!
The part I like was actually I can go back. Hold on. Dude, this is an important speech. I want people to hear it. This is the man who's just gonna paralyze me one day by accident.
Congratulations.
See, Patrick Mahomes has to hand it to him for some reason. I know I'm not saying he's not part of the team or a big one. I'm not saying he didn't have the ball in his hands. But why is Mahomes handing him the trophy?
It's like, look, Patrick, we can't be seen obviously giving it to him and not you. But if you could hand it to him,
Right? Yeah. Like, what is he like? Is this like Lancelot like knighting Arthur? Is that an obscure reference?
I don't know.
See, in the King Arthur story, I think it was Lancelot. Maybe it was an older knight, but they were like, we can't be our king knight for the night. He's like, knight me. And I'm like, motherfucker. I don't know if it's. I know it's in the movie Excalibur. I don't know if it's in the rest of them. That might just be some dumb thing that like wouldn't actually happen, even if Arthur was real.
Right.
And Patrick Stewart might be in that movie. And he's like, "You're not a knight. How can we believe you? How can you lead us? What does knight mean?" Okay, we can do that.
Just knight me. No.
I love the idea of just some like random kid. I mean, I think he picked up the story at that point, right? Why are we talking about King Arthur?
Wait, wasn't that? Just confirm this for me. Was Lancelot the one who was? Lancelot was the one who was like a fucking Guinevere behind Arthur's back.
Well, I don't know if that's in every version. I know Richard Gere did, and I think it's relatively common trope.
Okay. Yeah.
It might be like canon. It's like Robin Hood. It covers a large swath of history of folktale and oral histories and shit. But maybe, yeah. He was the best knight, I guess.
Yeah.
First among equals. Which must have made him, maybe that's why he fucked his wife. He's like, first, I'm the best.
Yeah.
Why am I the first on equals? What is that shit? We're communists now? First among, I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Yeah, sure, I'll knight you so you can become king.
You're the first husband amongst equals. How about
that? Anyway,
first
sorry.
husband among equals. But I'm the second one. They still the fucker.
He's knighting him. He's like, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know I tickle her butt. Anyway.
Cheese Kingdom!
Did he say
Yo,
like,
hear
Cheese
this?
Kingdom?
We've been fighting for all right all day. How about a little Viva Las Vegas? Viva Las Vegas! Viva! Viva Las Vegas!
I mean, it's fine. I feel like I would get along with this guy because I wouldn't like challenge him on whatever, like, how many, hikers he tried to murder. I'd be like, yeah, that's fun. That seems like a fun Saturday, sure. But that being said, it just surprised me, like Taylor Swift. It just seems like she's been famous forever. And like, I'm sure a lot of famous men have courted her. Mm. And, he's a big dude. He's a pretty attractive dude, I would say. But I mean, she's well, I meant to but so she was swayed by
They cut to her at some point, and she doesn't look.
She's not.
She doesn't look into it.
I mean, it's just he just sounds like a guy who like is you would like he would hit you with his car, and then like accidentally break your arm while he was trying to fix your tire or something. Like he's just a weird I don't want to say he sounds handicapped. But he doesn't sound like he's, a normal person. If that makes any sense. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, these guys,
I'm sure, I'm glad they're happy together.
They get hit in the head a lot.
Oh, yeah, no, but I mean, that's not a thing at
Doesn't
all.
mean they don't deserve love.
Look, this is not, no one talks like this. OJ didn't talk like this. OJ said, he murdered his wife. He wasn't a great guy.
Right.
But he talked very eloquently, especially compared to this. Tons of football players. Joe Montana didn't talk like this. No one talks like this. I mean, Eli Manning sounds like an idiot, but he doesn't talk like this. It's fine. I mean, look, I can't knock it. I can't say I'm better. First of all, I barely speak better. And second of all, he's winning Super Bowls. What am I doing? I don't care about Taylor Swift, but he's winning Super Bowls. It just seems like, whatever advice people usually give you, it's not that. It's just.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
No, this guy winning Super Bowl. There's no what you're saying. I'm not going to start eating.
Look, people they
fish oil.
Athletes get made fun of for kind of always saying the same stuff.
Right.
Like when they accept a a victory or whatever.
Right.
They're always, they're kind of repetitive and like they go back to these tropes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, but this is what happens when they don't do that.
Hey, Elvis never had it better than that right there. Let me tell you.
Do it.
She's just kind of this is great. I mean,
this is what I wanted. I wanted somebody who would win I wanted to date somebody who would win the Super Bowl.
I said to my agent, you got me dating a guy who wins the Super Bowl this year, and not just a top 2 or 3 guy on the team. I don't know how these teams work, but not just some guy. Or you're fired. I'll have you sent to a sex crime dungeon.
Do you think she's disgusted by his sincerity in this moment?
I think she just didn't. I mean, it makes me wonder if he talks like that normally, or if they've ever talked before. I get the impression they have never spoken before.
That might be the case.
He seems like a nice guy. Like this is like they bring him and they show him a video. Like this is the boyfriend that you'll be saying, like, oh yeah, it's really nice. So you have to kiss him. If you went to the Super Bowl, you can give him a little kiss. I mean, no, I'm sure he pumps her full of all sorts of cum. Why not? She's taking weirder dick than that. I bet. It's not my business.
Yeah, I mean, is this? I've never even heard of her dating anybody before. I mean. I haven't really kept up with it. But.
I mean, she's always thinking about guys. I mean, maybe just celebrities are constantly dumping her. She's always thinking about getting dumped.
Yeah.
Maybe Giovanni Ribisi just fucking came on her back and then like bailed. I mean, it's just Jesse from the Gilmore Girls,
right?
Or Hank. She's more of a Hank girl, huh? Is Hank? Who's Jesse and Hank?
I don't really know the Gilmore Girls.
I don't think it's Hank. Hank's the guy from Breaking Bad. You got the Hank from Breaking Bad fucking impregnated her and told her she's like, I actually I got pregnant. He's like, spike it. What? Spike it while it's still illegal. Living in Trump's America. We got Trump Supreme Court. Get rid of it quick.
Spike it.
I'm just saying she sings a lot about men, and I've never seen her with a man before this.
Yeah, neither have I. But Giovanni, I
maybe
just thought of her getting ridden hard and put away wet by Giovanni Ribisi.
He's just doing that like that. I imagine Giovanni's got a nice dick, not porn star level, but it's good. He just like wears a headband while he fucks. He's got better stamina than you would think.
Right. Yeah.
And he's a little gaggy, a little aggressive, but it's not. It's not one of these things where you feel terrible watching the porn.
Right.
It's just kind of like it's a little like, all right, yeah, he's assertive.
He's just got a little attitude, yeah.
Yeah, he's assertive in bed, and he just told her, she started asking him about what's his favorite cereal or some shit, and he's like, just get lost. She's like, do you like Chex Mix? You're like, what?
You think she was really upset about it too? You think she was like a big fan of the other sister?
I don't know what that is. Wait, is that the movie where Rosie O'Donnell was the retarded girl?
No, it's a movie where somebody else is the retarded girl. Juliette Lewis is a retarded girl, and Giovanni Ribisi is her retarded boyfriend.
Oh.
Wow. Taylor Swift loved his performance in that.
Did they hook up and they like these two handicapped?
Yeah, they hook
people?
up. They have like a relationship or whatever.
Wow. It seems like an exploitive movie.
Yeah, it was definitely made by a guy who just likes the idea of watching two Down syndrome people have sex.
But it's also like I'm saying that it's either you made it realistic, and it's just bizarre that you did that, or like you didn't, and you made him like way less. You made him more eloquent than it. Because look, no one's saying they should be eloquent. That's not their job. Handicapped people.
Right.
No one. We shouldn't expect that from them. So in a movie, but we're watching a movie about them hooking up, having sex, and they're not like just the banter must be kind of frustrating to listen to.
Right.
I shouldn't be listening to
it's
handicapped people, talk during sex. It shouldn't. That's not something I'm into, and I'll just say it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want. I feel like it would be a violation of privacy, of HIPAA laws, just all sorts of problems. So I don't know. That movie seems like a strange movie to make. I mean, if you're talking about bringing awareness, that's fine. But to what?
Right.
I mean, it should have been a movie about Gina Rodriguez not being handicapped, and she was. Because that's like, at least like,
Wouldn't that be more?
Well, at least it's raising the question. You can at least be like, well, should they? Because it's just, there's no.
There is a movie like that too.
What?
With Christina Ricci called Pumpkin.
Oh, I didn't see Pumpkin. She's the full-brained one? Or?
She's the full brain.
Yeah.
Who,
yeah. Look, if you have problems,
questionable sexual relationship.
Anyone's got a problem with this, no one does because no one listens. Whatever. It's like, but if you do, it's like, give me more words.
Yeah.
I don't need to use the old ones. I'm probably going. We do, but it's like, give me more. Can't just like handicap all the time.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say this because I'm not trying to say it because I think it's the right thing to say.
No, I don't care.
I'm just programmed.
Whatever. I'm programmed to fucking get paralyzed. How do we get into this?
I don't know.
Travis Kelce.
Travis
Super
Kelce.
Bowl. No, look, I mean, he's a good guy. He's a...
To win this one, when we met a couple of days ago, you said, I'm not looking ahead, but we can.
Sometimes I hurt babies. What? Not on purpose. Sometimes I hold a baby and they tell me you're hurting it. I don't know how.
I'm just trying to hold it, but my fingers make dents in its brain. They tell me.
I don't know how. What? So I don't know how I won.
I just didn't want it to fall.
My point is my body just does things.
A lot more we want to do here, baby. You said we want a three-peat. How about that?
Well, the goal's always been to get 3. But we couldn't get here without getting to 2 and having that target on our back all year. And I love these guys right here. The men that we just won this thing with, family forever, baby. I can't be. I
just love it because people would probably give me shit. I guarantee you if I put a clip of this on TikTok, you're shitting on real Americans, blah, blah, blah. The man's probably worth $100 million. Right? Like, I'm just, like, he goes to fucking Frog Rob Larry's. Other fancy restaurants. All right? I mean, no, whatever. No, you're right. He's just a guy who's like, wandering around. He's just one of the brothers from Time to Kill. You didn't see that movie.
Wait, maybe I didn't.
It was an aggressive reference. I don't want to explain it. No, I'm just saying he's like look, again, I can't make every episode me versus the souls of the earth Americans. That can't be a winning strategy. I just want someone to paralyze me for money, and no one. I want the poor person doing it. Someone like Travis Kelce can paralyze me.
Right? Yeah. You're starting some shit with him, so he might. Well, but you have a strategy for that. I
have a strategy. My strategy is I am better than you would think for a man my size and my education. I'm better than you think at throwing my spine into optimal positions to be paralyzed. I think. I can't prove it because I'm not paralyzed, obviously. But I feel like I've thought about this a lot. I didn't really talk about it. But like if a guy, where like not my spine, but kind of my spine. If a guy tried to punch me, I would just like immediately try to like offer my like the back of like the kind of side up back of the neck. Because that seems to be a lot of places where people creak their neck a lot. And I feel like in court I could be like, look, I can't do this. I got pinched nerves. And I'm just pissing myself a lot.
So this is like reverse self-defense. You want to receive optimal damage. Yeah,
I'm sick of doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Why am I the only one not getting rich? Time for Ray to shine. Time for an age of fine things. There's been a movie about me called The Age of Fine Things. This is about a man trying to get paralyzed by a rich guy.
Pissing his pants in court.
Yeah. You can't prove I'm doing this on purpose. There's no way. That's just like a whole thing. Like,
right.
Oh, you look at me, you look at a man who's pissing on purpose. That's all you see.
Right.
Well, what if I'm not? That's a speech she gives after, or me, but in the movie, after like the lawyer's like, you shouldn't take the stand. There's no version where the stand helps you. Where taking the stand, doesn't hurt. Like they can just get you on a contradiction, Like you don't even have to. No, I'm smarter than that. I'm not the idiot. No, yeah, but like you forget the date, or you say one date, and then you say yeah, and then that. There's videos on YouTube you can watch about this. It's lawyer tricks. It's not about how smart you are. Don't take the stand. Trust me. And I end up just saying, you can't prove I piss on purpose. That was my
As you're pissing yourself, you can't prove I'm doing this on purpose.
I'm doing this because I'm paralyzed by this man. But he won't be in court. Like, I don't think would Travis Kelce have to show up for that? I imagine no. Like his lawyer,
maybe. It might look good if he showed up.
I mean, honestly, why don't more people do that then? I mean, people have just nothing going on a lot of the time. Instead of like people they always try to assassinate someone and fail. Like Hinckley. Why not just like sue Travis Kelce for like trying to paralyze you? I mean, imagine they throw you out. No, why am I listening? Yes, they would throw it out of court. At the very least, they would like make a motion for him not to show up.
Right.
And like I would have to pay his legal fees, but how am I going to do that? That's just blood in the stone. You can't get blood from the stone. That's a legal thing.
Yeah.
You can't get. The legal teacher told me that once. I said, it was just suing and if people can't pay, like, this seems like a broken. It's like you can't get blood from a stone. Doesn't help. That doesn't help it. But no, you explain. The whole point is you gotta know who you're doing business with, which I don't know how that helps Travis Kelce in this case. He didn't start a business where he paralyzed me. I don't know. I feel like no, I couldn't fake it. Is my point. Is all I'm saying. No, I'm not saying I would, but more. I'm surprised more people don't try. At the very least, get someone to acknowledge you. People troll famous people all the time online now. But like it probably imagine you sued Travis Kelce for like because you got scared when he started yelling and you shit your pants and your wife left you. I mean, just making a judge have to read that in front of him. Right. That's the only thing. If you could force him to be in court for like 1 hour, that'd be worth it for a lot of people. Just that Travis Kelce knew your name. He'd forget it.
But for one glimmering moment.
Yeah. And for a large part, the legal system protects the fame and wealthy from that. From even that. They can do nuisance suits, snap suits or whatever. Those like, just suits to annoy you and bother you. And you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Slap suits. That's a snap suit. Anti-slap laws. Because people, rich, companies will just sue you as to fuck with you. Right. But I can't do it with Travis Kelce. Seems inequitable.
Well, maybe this could be, I don't know, maybe it could be crowdsourced.
Maybe Taylor Swift could be.
Because you need the resources. Like, the corporations have resources to just flood people with annoying lawsuits.
Well, if I convince Taylor Swift, like, I started an online campaign of getting, like, that she has to, like, support me in this. Like, you still can be with him, but, like, you're just a hypocrite if you don't support, you stand for women's rights or not. Or the rights, or do you think men can be guilty or not?
It's not. I mean, I don't know. Could you? Maybe we could. We could call you the victim. Yeah. This would be a good approach. Right. We call you the victim. We don't mention any identifying details. Right. And we say, and we just
this piss is not on purpose.
Yeah. We just heavily imply that things happen to you at the hands of Travis Kelce.
I'm in a wheelchair.
And the first person you call on is Taylor Swift to stand up for you.
Yeah, no,
and she might assume you're a woman.
Can we start a GoFundMe to go with this? Like a charity, like a fake charity.
Oh, you gotta start a fake charity.
I would love a fake charity. I mean, I feel like I've got my due coming to me. I've gone long enough without having people. I mean, what would it be called? Kelce's boy?
Kelce's boys.
I'm just a little bit of Kelce's boys pissing himself down on purpose. Because I got in the way of his big meat hands while he was celebrating the Super Bowl. Yeah, my whole lawsuit rests on the fact I didn't even he didn't, I was just hanging out at the same Dave and Buster's or wherever he hangs out. I mean, probably, again, he's not what he's claiming to be. He's hanging out at I don't know what the Viper Room, is that still a thing? Is Johnny Depp's Viper Room still around in LA?
I don't know.
Where River Phoenix died.
Right, yeah.
I think I found the other day Johnny Depp opened that place. That was his place.
No, I didn't.
He opened up to hang out with his famous celebrity friends, and then River Phoenix just died in front of it.
That's
tragic.
So good.
No, man, I'm not.
Did they just shut it down right after he died?
I think it's there. I passed by it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or the whiskey. I mean, I think the Viper Room is there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I passed it. And that's where River Phoenix died. He was good in Sneakers, the film Sneakers.
Sneakers was a good movie.
Yeah, underrated. Sidney Poitier, Robert Redford,
Dan Aykroyd,
Ben Kingsley, some other people. Very good. Very good. David Stratham. Or the Stratham.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that
Just
one.
another one of Kelce's boys. Trying to enjoy a super. I just try to get close to the greatness, and greatness put me in a paralyzed pissing state. Anyway. How do we transition to Tucker Carlson?
Let's just do it.
Nah, that was it. So we have this video. So, this is not working. You have to click these things for me. Open up the macro program. Has it been a year yet? Since Rupert Murdoch said you're out.
It may have been. I mean,
it's not. I don't think it's quite a year, but coming up in a year.
Right.
I mean, this guy was pretty high on the hog. I mean, first he's the Swanson TV dinner heiress, right? Or heir, whatever.
Yeah.
How is it? Who's a Swanson? Is that his mom, the Swanson?
I think his mom is the Swanson.
Yeah, he's got a Swanson mom. I don't know who his dad is. He's on Fox News. He's just what would you call him? A raconteur on Fox News?
A provocateur.
Provocateur. He's just going up on the border. He's a zeitgeist. I mean, look, you can disagree with him, but it's hard. You think it's easy just to be a troll? It's not that easy. He was able to kind of really whip people up. That Yutz they have at Fox News now, that Jesse Waters guy. Mm-hmm. I mean, his mom. That guy who is that? I mean, for all I know, he's actually just whipping people into a frenzy as we speak. But I don't believe it. His eyebrows are too big.
No, he doesn't have the same energy.
Gravitas. So this is not me Tucker Carlson's so good, but he had his niche. It was solid, right? And then he got into the voting thing, I guess, right? These voting machines.
Oh right, yeah.
And whatever the reason, less than a year later,
I totally forgot that was the reason they fired him.
Now I don't have a problem with someone interviewing Putin. Let me just say that. That being said, this is a weird position to be in for someone who's like a mainstream news person. It's just an odd. Is that not working? What's going on? We can't play the clips?
No, we can play the clips. I just wanted to pull up some of the key moments.
Yeah, here's the highlight video. We'll play a little highlight video. Because I wanted just to show how it's not interview him all day long. Have a show with Putin. I mean, have a show where you guys just review anime and you share your Cyberpunk 2077 builds. Putin's he's I'm actually doing a run now where I'm a net ripper. I'm using the mantis ray arms. He's like, well, shouldn't you? And Tucker's like, shouldn't you be using the thing, the wire? And he's like, I don't know. And that would be fine with me. Or just talk, say hate things. But you can't do this, which is cower in front of the man.
What video game would you want to watch Putin stream real quick before we start?
I mean, I've been playing Cyberpunk. I mean, RoboCop would be great. Kirby.
I bet he'd love RoboCop.
I think he'd like RoboCop a lot. I think he gets the satire of it all. The Paul Verhoeven. He'd say, "I bet that's for dollar. I bet that's for ruble." Kirby.
Oh yeah.
The Kirby game would be nice.
I bet he'd love Mario.
Sure.
There are reports that Elon Musk had already had a chip implanted in the human brain in the USA.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think there's no stopping Elon Musk. He will do as he sees fit. Nevertheless, you need to find some common ground with him, search for ways to persuade him. I think he's a smart person, I truly believe he is. So you need to reach an agreement with him because this process needs to be formalized and subjected to certain rules.
I mean, that's just him saying, like, that's just him calling us pussies. Like, you know for a fact, like, I'm not saying he should, I'm not saying whatever, but you know for a fact if Elon Musk was in Russia and Putin didn't like him, it wouldn't be like, well, he's going to do what he's going to do. Elon Musk will do what he's going to do, and they'll put poison in his tea. He gets the droopy face, the palladium. So you understand.
Elon Musk is going to do what he's going to do here.
Elon Musk is going to do what he's going to do because I told him don't sell Starlink.
Yeah.
Don't let you know if they try to shut Starlink off. You want Musk to fund the war? I don't care. Shut up. I mean, yes, if you're gonna sell, don't get involved in a war. If you're not gonna, what do you think war is, dummy?
Right.
Dummy. They need to either have a war or don't. They need a system or else they can't communicate. But you don't use it to coordinate attacks. The war.
Yeah.
Either do it or you don't.
Anything you're giving a country a war, they're going to use in their war. Like,
Yeah, I'm not saying we should be in the war or the war shouldn't be like negotiated away. Fix the whatever. But your argument cannot be, I'll give you a gun, but you can only use it some of the time.
Right.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can make the same. I guess you could make the same argument. To be intellectually honest for a second, or try to be objective, you could say you can't give me a gun and tell me I can't shoot a kid. Pick a side. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like the kind of thing. Like it sounds like the kind of gentle thing that a guy says about someone before he has him assassinated.
Yeah, what could I do to Putin, to Musk? He dates the Grimes. No, he doesn't.
He dates the Grimes.
I mean, but Tucker is. I mean, that might have not been a fair one, but it doesn't seem like Tucker's his usual. I'm gonna yell at the college girl self. Or is that more of a Steven Crowder thing? I've seen Tucker.
Tucker Carlson's yelled at a couple of college girls.
Yeah, or boys. You know, I mean, look, he's not gonna back down to some guy who went to Columbia.
No, I mean, look, he's not gonna go hard on him. It's not like he's the editor at Teen Vogue.
Was that really a thing?
Yeah, Tucker Carlson had a really hardline interview with the editor of Teen Vogue.
Yeah, I feel like I remember these things. Yeah, I wasn't just talking out of nowhere. Yeah, I remember him yelling at kids, like young, college kids. But it's one thing that you would think is more like put them in, kind of just toy with them, right? That's usually what a guy in his position would do.
Right.
Kind of make them look dumb. Just like, but he was like yelling at them. Maybe we'll find the clip afterwards. What is wrong with all this? Just hit space.
One of our senior United States senators from the state of New York, Chuck Schumer, said yesterday, I believe, that we have to continue to fund the Ukrainian effort or U.S. soldiers, citizens could wind up fighting there. How do you assess that?
Well, if somebody has the desire to send regular troops, that would certainly bring humanity to the brink of very serious global conflict. This is obvious. Do the United States need this? What for?
He's making very fun faces.
Thousands of miles away from your national territory.
What?
He's a cheeky guy.
Honestly, he sounds like Benjamin Babish, this translator. Today we're making timpana from Big Night. And also, anyone who sends ground troops will certainly bring us to the brink of hell. I mean, honestly, Putin's got a lot of fucking... he seems like a lot of fun. I thought he was kind of a nerd. You know, just kind of a... But I feel like he got a few vodkas in him. You know?
Yeah.
Talk about, you know, the new season of The Expanse or something. It'd be a lot of fun hanging out with Putin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what he's supposed to say there.
What are you supposed to say? Like, what if we send troops to your country? Yeah, I think that's gonna be a problem. Oh no, I guess I'll do nothing. You got me. I'll do nothing because I'm a bitch. What is this? I mean, I invaded the country. I knew no one wanted me to. You think I'm not gonna say I'll fight you? If America comes, I'll be a good boy.
Don't you have anything better to do?
No, we don't.
On the border, issues with migration, issues with the national debt, more than $33 trillion. You have nothing better to do, so you should fight in Ukraine? Wouldn't it be better to negotiate with Russia? Make an agreement, already understanding the situation?
Why does he look like? Why is Tucker just like looking like this? I guess he probably. I mean, what's going on? You think is he trying to be a serious interviewer here? Is he trying to? Did he take a bunch of money from Russia? Is he like actually afraid if he challenges Putin? Did someone say to him like right before the interview, "Look, all jokes aside, if you fucking act a writer, we'll fucking kill you." We don't give a fuck. You're not even you're on the outs. Fox got rid of you. No one would care. You know that's true. Act right. None of your shit. None of your shit you usually do. But what can I do? You sit there. I mean, it's not really
you
gonna
sit there and look like a confused dog. That's what you do.
I mean, it's not gonna make for great television. You let us worry about what makes great. We make great television. We did Ukraine war. Shut the fuck up.
And at the end, I want you to plug the pretty princesses of Putin's Russia. It's a new show. It's all my pretty princesses in my palace.
I mean, what channel is it on? I don't know. It might be a fast channel. Fast channel. You have fast channel in America? Yeah, we have fast channels. Doesn't make sense, really. Does it? It's just a website.
But yeah, like I think that the whole Russiagate thing, which was like very exaggerated, like
sure.
Trump's ties to Russia and stuff, like I think it pushed people like him into a weird corner where, like, I don't think anybody in his right-wing audience would mind if he criticized Putin.
No,
like, I think that is like, but I feel like a lot of these guys are now in a place where they're like, we kind of defended, we were defending Trump against all the Russia allegations, and then we were kind of anti-Ukraine. So now can I, like, you know?
Look, I will say this. I remember as early as 2012 when Romney was running. I think the Democrats started to get on, like, just kind of kick about we got to fight Russia again. Right. And so I'm not saying that there was some neoliberal fear mongering with Russia that was done. Doesn't mean Putin's not a bad guy or that he is. I'm not going to say because he's a scary guy. I want to live. No, I don't. Whatever. Come at me, Putin. But that being said, it does seem like So I'm giving some notes. I get that, like, a lot of the Democrats are very warmongery with Russia. That being said, it seems like an odd thing to go, we think you're a Russian spy. And go, no, Russia's great. Right. like we think you're taking money from Russia to, like, subvert our elections. No, Russia's actually a lot better than you think. It seems like a weird angle to go. But whatever. I mean, I'm not a politician. And
look, to be fair, like, this is not like this is not the only platforming of, like, Putin's propaganda, like, in the media. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember Putin doing an op-ed in the New York Times when Obama was president. Like, sure. It's like they let him talk.
Yeah, I like hearing him talk. He's not Osama bin Laden, right? Like, he's the president of a country. You can't judge. I mean, like, at a certain point, the president of a country is the president of a country.
Right.
You know, you can act. I mean, it's if you want to be the person going, no, actually, this country's gone way beyond the red line as far as what's appropriate. Then you're on the side of every invading army in history. That's always the excuse. Is that some country? No, these people are beyond reproach. This person is not. You know, we can't wait for the UN. But
yeah, like as much as I like think Tucker Carlson's being a cuck here, if it was any other interviewer, like I think it would be better, but only marginally better.
He just
like,
wouldn't look. He actually looks afraid.
Yeah.
He looks like I'm not saying he's like not fighting. Like you should push back more. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you could be sitting there smiling for all I care. You just look very afraid of him. Right. And I don't think Putin. I mean, it's fun to think that they told him you know, if you try that Travis Kelce shit, we're gonna fucking put you in a suitcase. They probably didn't say that.
Right.
So he's probably it's kind of a bad look for him.
Yeah.
He just looks kind of like a bitch.
Right.
I mean, to most people, I can't look at this. I mean, objectively, he looks like a bitch. Just his face, which I don't know why, because he was always like defending Putin, right? Or like at least not going for the Ukraine war, which is fine.
Yeah, it's more real. I mean, I feel like he's sitting across from him, and he's kind of like, I feel like because he doesn't strike me as a dumb guy.
Who?
Tucker Carlson.
No.
So like,
no.
I feel like there's some meta thing going on where he's sitting there and he's realizing like I should really have more. I should really have more here, and I think he's just kind of like.
Oh yeah. Well, look, you think it's a thing where he thought it was gonna be a softball thing or like. Yeah, I mean,
now he's kind of taking shots at me, and I kind of look bad, like not coming back at him.
Oh right,
well,
play the shot. That's the important. Yeah, did that happen early on? Because if that was the first thing he said, that's a real.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Yeah, this was, and I don't think he responded to it at all. This was crazy.
With the backing of whom?
With the backing of CIA, of course. The organization you wanted to join back in the day, as I understand. We should thank God they didn't let you in. Although, it is a serious organization. I understand. My former vis-a-vis in the sense that I served in the first main directorate, Soviet Union's intelligence service.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because honestly, you could even just tell it's just that one quick flash.
Yeah.
He's like got this little like kind of wry smile on his face. Like, well, what about this? And he's like, yeah, you tried to get in the CIA, right? He just that's where it happened. I think you're right. That's actually it must have been early on.
And I love how it's like it could have been treated like the translator could have treated it just like a throwaway observation.
Right.
But it's like no, the translator really landed the tone there.
This translator is very what's the word? Sassy.
Right.
In a very dry, sassy way.
The organization you wanted to be a part of, as I understand.
Yeah, he was. Honestly, he's probably. I wonder if this guy got it in advance. Like Putin works with him a lot. Like here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. I want you to get. Oh, I got you. When you say this, like he didn't do it word for word, but like when I say I'm gonna basically say you trying to get in the CIA, you know, make that kind of like you try. I got you. Good. I mean, it's just it's I guess. I wonder, was that common knowledge? Is that something Tucker talked about?
I don't think so. I think he wanted him to know that he knew that.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? What was it even about? He brought up. I forget. We were talking about it before. He brought it up for some reason, right? Like he was saying something about the CIA. Like, oh, they're actually very good. I don't have a problem with the CIA. Like, it's their job. I did the job. We kill people. At one point, he was asking who bombed the. It's probably. I think it was who bombed the. What was that thing called? Novigrad or whatever it's called.
Oh right, the
Novigrad's a city from Final Fantasy, so it can't be that.
I'm blanking on the name, but he said like he was like who bombed that, and Putin was like, you guys, you. He just said,
Carlson being so. Let's see this. Is that gonna be a whole clip? Young Turks. They always got to put their spin on Young Turks.
Right.
How is Think Younger like part of the new media? He looks like he invented the internet. Like, when were they the Young Turks?
They always say this is just.
Oh, it's just a clip. Good. No, good.
I mean, he is a representative of your journalistic community.
Журналистского цеха. Опасный человек. И вот почему. Потому что я-то, честно говоря...
I thought he would behave aggressively.
Oh, you're talking about after the fact?
Yeah.
I thought, right, okay, I thought he'd behave aggressively.
Будет вести себя агрессивно и будет задавать эти так называемые острые вопросы. Я не просто был...
I wasn't just prepared for it, I wanted it. Yeah. No, Putin's like a moron. He fucking manipulated the whole country into like making him the president through war. You can't. I mean, you can't be dumb. Like, don't tell me W because he's Cheney.
Right.
Putin is Cheney and W mixed together. Obama, and just the poise.
Right. Because this would give me the opportunity.
Давало бы мне возможность также
to also respond sharply, which in my opinion.
Остро отвечать. Что, на мой взгляд...
No, yeah, I'll paraphrase. I'll paraphrase. You want to get in a fist fucking fight? We can have a fist fucking fight. Because I guarantee you, I know how to fist fuck. I'm Vladimir Putin. You want me to put my oiled up fist in your asshole? Be my guest. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess he just wasn't prepared. Yeah, because Tucker's not dumb, but it's like he just knew there was no way, because he's asking these kind of like questions where like there's no way to look good after he responds that way.
Right.
There's no way when someone just like basically makes you look more. You can't be like, no, I hear you. I was just asking. A lot of people say that, but I tend to agree with you. That looks bad.
Right.
Especially because Putin, he's a very divisive person. So you can't be like, no, I was just asking hypothetically. There's no way to get the initiative back. He made you look like a bitch. Because if you do kind of go, right, because you asked him a dirtbag question.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't a dirtbag question, but it's the kind of thing where when you have a tough guy, when you have Liam Neeson, and someone tries to be like, well, why do you always have to kill all those people who take your wife? Because my wife has diabetes. And she's kidnapped, I don't know if they're giving her insulin. And there's no way to come back from that question, right? Like, the same thing.
Right.
Anyway. So that's it. You have anything to add on this Tucker Carlson situation? I'm glad he's trying new things with, Twitter.
Yeah, it's good to see him.
He's doing well. Maybe he can interview Pol Pot next. Or he's dead, right?
I think he should interview who should he interview? He should interview like
Ben Affleck.
He should interview Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
You think she would actually get the better of him?
Maybe.
I mean, I know objectively she would, right? In a way where, like, if you looked at it on paper, you describe it to an alien, you would say, like, this person clearly looked better, I would imagine. I don't know your culture, but whereas who is Hillary Clinton woman? But she was talking away where it just really it didn't make anyone want to agree with her. You do these things, Tucker. You always do this.
That would be amazing. I don't care who would get the upper hand. It would
well,
be
she
amazing.
did it with Trump, and I mean, it wasn't as fun. I mean, Trump was fun.
Yeah.
But she was not like, you're real crazy. I'll put you in jail. I mean, look, she's a good foil. So maybe you're right. If they should really start bringing her in as like the Dolph Lundgren or the foil,
right?
The person that the hero has to fight. I'm not calling Trump the hero per se, but like when he brought all those victims of her husband out, it just felt like a movie. At the debate,
yeah, it
just felt like the end of Field of Dreams or something. I've never seen that in politics. I mean, I never had. You can't say you ever had a politician when you feel that way before. Don't tell me Reagan. Reagan didn't come close. Reagan was a dork. Nancy, shut up. Conservative. You divorce your wife. But Trump, I mean, honestly, it's like watching Lou Gehrig play baseball. I don't know much about Lou Gehrig. DiMaggio, Ruth, I know more about them. But they named a disease after this guy, so he had to be big.
Oh, for sure. Well, wasn't he just... I think they also just didn't know what it was at the time.
Well, look, I can't imagine he's the first one. He's just the first one anyone gave a shit about.
Fair enough,
You
yeah.
know? It's like when Rock Hudson died of AIDS. Then people were like, "Oh, okay." I don't know if that's at some point someone got famous got AIDS.
Sure.
I don't know if it was Richie Valentine. Not Richie Valentine. What the fuck is Richie Valentine? The guy from Queen. It's Richie Valens. Who the fuck is Richie Valentine?
I can't even think of his name, but I definitely
the
know
Big Bopper? Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah. Whatever. You get my point.
It's like I know his name, but I just couldn't stop thinking Richie Valentine.
You know, the guy who's saying Donna. Donna, oh Donna, a bomb. Anyway, this is getting crazy. Join us next week where we have Vladimir Putin, maybe. Can we get that? Can we do anything? Can we make that happen?
Look, we can ask. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Ask. Good. Maybe ask like follow up.
Yeah.
Don't just ask someone an email. Maybe send two. Don't send a bond. Don't bother them. But don't be a pest.
Yeah. Okay.
Strike a balance. All right. Thank you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, we have a Patreon, and that Patreon has a extra episode. How often? Every week. For how much? $5 a month. Shouldn't have said it that way. It's very stilted and weird.
It's such a reasonable amount of bucks.
It's a reasonable deal. If you like the show, I feel like it's a good investment.
And there's tons of them on there.
Or
now.
treat. Maybe it's not an investment. It's not going to make you money. It's a treat for yourself. You deserve it. I don't want to be like, the SECs are investigating me. Are you selling investment advice? No. I'm not teaching people how to sell knives on the internet. That's never a part of it.
We got to start emphasizing how much crazier we are on the Patreon.
We're pretty crazy here. But no, but the Patreon's great. I mean, it's at least as good. I think it's better. No, enjoy it. Look, I mean, if you like the show, if you don't like the show, you might like the Patreon. I'm not going to guarantee it because if you don't like. But why you listen to the show?
It's more of the show.
Yeah, but this is not the top of the show. You haven't. This is an hour in. If I'm talking to you still, you're just a weird guy. Whatever. Anyway, thanks so much. So you can sign up for that if you want. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Have a great week.